بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم فستبصر ويبصرون بأيكم المفتون.
وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. Indeed, O Prophet ﷺ, you are upon a very high, sublime character. لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu says, خُلُقٍ عَظِيم means لَعَلَى دِينٍ عَظِيم. Khuluq refers to deen. Khuluq, deen refers to khuluq, akhlaq. So how important it is that he has interpreted the khuluq as deen. In other words, if you have akhlaq, you have got deen. If you don't have akhlaq, you have not got deen. So how important it is, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. He is the person who is the embodiment of the good akhlaq, good character, good morals, good all the behavior, everything which is of pleasantness, of high sublime character. The Prophet ﷺ possesses all this. وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. If you look at his akhlaq, subhanallah, when Sayyidah Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha, a person came, said, what was the akhlaq of the Prophet ﷺ? She just spontaneously she replied back, Kana khuluquhu al-Quran. His akhlaq was the Quran. His akhlaq was the Quran. If you want to know his akhlaq, just read the Quran. So whatever is in the Quran, like it says in the Holy Quran, وَلَا تُصَعِرْ خَدَّكَ لِلنَّاسِ وَلَا تَمْشِ فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرَحًا. The Prophet ﷺ never ever turned his face away. Khaddak refers to the cheeks. So when somebody speaks to you, so obviously the akhlaq is that you face him properly and listen to him and listen attentively. Don't turn your face away. By turning your face away, that will be a sign that you are ignoring him. So the Prophet ﷺ, throughout his entire life, he never ever turned his face away from anybody. It's very easy to say, but subhanallah, we try to do this. How many times we ignore people? And the Prophet ﷺ, subhanallah, his life is just amazing. In the hadith of Bukhari, he mentions that once the azan of Isha took place, the iqamat took place, he was about to lead the salah. Somebody from behind grabbed his jubba and said, Ya Rasulullah ﷺ, can you help me? So the Prophet ﷺ said to him, look, let us complete our salah, and after that I will help. So he said, no, if you read your salah, if you complete your salah, I will be destroyed. I need your help before salah. And just imagine, the Prophet ﷺ is about to lead the salah. Sahaba Ikram have stood on the rows and about to start the salah. So this person comes and he stops the Prophet ﷺ from performing the salah. So he listens to this person and he continues to listen. He answers him, he then puts another thing forward. And the Prophet ﷺ is continuously helping this person. Whatever problem he has, the Prophet ﷺ was solving the problem. And he continued. The narrator of the hadith mentions that it continued for such time that the Sahaba Ikram were waiting, they sat down and they went to sleep. That the Prophet ﷺ, subhanallah, that Anas radiyallahu ta'ala, 10 years, in the hadith of Bukhari mentions so many times about the incident that Anas radiyallahu ta'ala, from the age of 10 approximately, he started the khidmat of the Prophet ﷺ. His mother, subhanallah, Sulaim, came and said, why don't you take Anas as your khadim? He will help you. Whenever you need any assistance, he will be there present for you. So the Prophet ﷺ said, okay. So he stayed in his company for 10 years. So he says, in that duration of 10 years, the Prophet ﷺ never ever scolded me, never ever rebuked me, never ever told me off that why didn't you do this if I had to do it. If I did something wrong, he never told me why did you do it for. So for 10 years, we can't even do it for one day. So the Prophet ﷺ for 10 years, this itself actually speaks volumes of the akhlaq of the Prophet ﷺ.
محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم. محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب